What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Honda Resource. So today I'm actually introducing my personal new project. It's going to be this 5-speed RD1. Now it's a little rough right now. Okay, it's got cut fenders. They took the trim off the back. You know, there needs some little TLC, but it's a 5-speed. It's a 99 model. See, the door handle's broke, and about every body panel on it has a dent of some sort. But I plan on putting another set of fenders on it, fixing like the door handle, putting another bumper on it because they cut the bumper, and some other little stuff. But we'll get it fixed up, and then actually, I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but I have a blue one over here with a lift kit. Let me go over there. So I've also got this one. This was like a 99 or something. I actually took this lift and wheels off of another one I had. It needs some trailing arm spacers so that it moves the wheel back. But got spacers up here, spring spacers. Right, they're like a homemade version, and it's got some aftermarket springs on it too, on the front, and then on the rear it has some coilovers. Yeah, so we're going to use, this has got a 2-inch lift on it back here. All right, so I just need to get some trailing arm spacers back here, and that'll make this to where it moves back. I'll probably have to do like a toe link up here and maybe an adjustable camber kit up here to get her all squared away. But I'm going to take that suspension and wheels and put on the 5-speed over here. So that's going to be my new vehicle for the Honda Resource. You know, I started the channel. I wasn't really doing a lot of CRV content. I did a few CRV videos that really took off and did amazing. And so I've continued to post more and more CRV content, and that's just kind of where my channel has gone. So, you know, I sold the Green Dragon back in December, and this is February. This is my new business here, the oil guys. This is my van. It's got oil. But yeah, it's the business is still, we're still trying to get it up and going, me and Cody. And you know, it's kind of slow right now. We do work on some days and some days we don't. On the days that we don't actually go out and do oil guys, we work in the shop. So I went and bought that 5-speed yesterday, and then today we went and bought this front wheel drive automatic. And I'm not sure exactly what year it is, but I know it's a 99 to 01. Let's see what it is. As you can tell from the interior, it's 9901. It's a 01. All right, so we got an 01 front wheel drive, and this one has a broken timing belt. Wow. So Cody just went to the store right now. He's picking up a timing set for it, and we'll get that slapped on today, and hopefully get this thing to be able to sell it by the weekend, we're hoping. So he went to do that, and I'm going to start on tearing this thing the rest of the way down. Like somebody has started on tearing it down a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and get it torn down, and then hopefully be able to get this thing on the road. And this has been our other little side gig, you know, like whenever we're not actually out doing oil guys, we can do stuff here in the shop. It's supposed to be raining today, and it was like raining a little bit this morning. I think it's supposed to rain a little bit this afternoon, and it was raining all day yesterday here, and that's why I went and bought the 5-speed. So I got an amazing deal on it. That, you know, that's why it's a little rough, but for what I gave for it, I couldn't turn it down. So we're gonna get started on this one right here today, and then once I get some more funds and stuff, then we'll get started on the other one. But I got some pretty big plans for it. I've got a K24A2 here, most of a turbo kit, and a Freelander drive shaft, and just some other bits and pieces that I had left over from the Dragon. I mean, I've got a RBC intake manifold. I've got, like I said, I got the Freelander drive shaft. I've got a pinned rear differential. I got a fuel pump, injectors, twin disc clutch, head studs. You know, I don't want to get over the top with it to where it's not fun. I'm thinking like 300 to 400 horsepower on pump gas with the eBay turbo, and just call it good, and not really stress over breaking a ton of stuff. Will there be broken stuff? I'm sure. Is the CRV a show car? Absolutely not. You know, I don't want, you know, I want to go out and have fun with it, beat the crap out of it through the woods, you know, gap some people at the red light, you know, just like surprise them, like, what the heck, you know, the CRV, psh, you know. But I just think it'd be fun. So you know, there's not a lot of money left to invest in it per se to get it to where I want it. quote unquote. You know what I mean? You know how that goes when you start with projects. But I have a lot of the stuff. I have, like I said, the engine, the harness. I've got a K-Pro ECU here. I've got everything besides the all-wheel drive transmission. So I'm really looking to get a bell housing. I already have all the guts for a K-Series transmission here. So I just really want the K-Series all-wheel drive bell housing and the transfer set. And then I'd be good to go. So be looking out for more on that one. But right now we're gonna get to fixing this one so we can get some money coming in. All right, so you can see the old time belt did the disappearing act, right? Yeah, that sucks. But it's all right, because the Honda Resource is here to fix it, baby. Yeah, we'll get this fixed up here in just a little bit, and it will be good to go. Hopefully we have a run today. Let's get it. Let's get it. Gotta finish tearing it apart. Let's put it back on time lapse. All right, so we got the water pump off, the belts in a bunch of different pieces. It broke the crank position sensor, so we're just gonna bypass that. I'll show you guys a video on that too, because I've already got a video on doing it on the OBD2A, so now we'll be able to do it on OBD2B. And also there's another piece of the belt. So yeah, I've got a bunch of pieces. We just got a new timing kit. Good old Duralast. Let's see what flavor of belt we actually got in here. Mitsubishi, so that's actually good stuff. Mitsubishi is the OEM supplier for Toyota. So before you guys go blasting Duralast, sometimes they actually have pretty good stuff. Let's see what this water pump is. We're gonna get it open. Yeah, give me an helping hand there. So it looks like it's a complete Mitsubishi kit, right? So the water pump, see it there. Got the new gasket and tensioner. So we'll get to installing this stuff. We'll start out with the water pump and see if we can get her fixed up.
I can go change my fate. You won't understand it. All alone, that's okay. People I can't stand them. They don't want me to change. Keep me where I'm standing. And I don't wanna be where I am. And I want.
All right, so we got it put back together and it runs, but we were burping the coolant and I noticed the upper control arm is just completely shot. So I took the one off the 5-speed one that I just bought yesterday and we're swapping it out just to get it squared away. We did go ahead and order a set of axles for it because the front axle boots are shot. So we're gonna go ahead and replace the axles and yeah, we'll get it fired back up here in a minute and I'll show you what's up with it. But right now, while Cody's doing that upper control arm, I'm gonna go over here and start pulling off this passenger fender on the 5-speed one. So as I previously mentioned, they cut these fenders. Now I have another fender for the passenger side, but I don't have the driver's side one. I've got the side skirts, I've got the fender trim, like for back here and stuff, all on another CRV. So I'm gonna swap all that back onto this and go ahead and swap this fender. I'm not sure if I'll get to doing the other fender yet or not. So over here on the back side of the shop, I've got a white fender and I've got a pair of red fenders. So I don't, I guess I could use the red fender and spray paint it or whatever, but I at least can go ahead and put this passenger fender back on. And it's not cut, it just has the trim pieces off of it. But I've got trim pieces right there on that red one. So let's go ahead and take this one over there. All right, so obviously the fender is filthy from being behind the shop, but it is white. And I think once I clean it up, it'll be a little bit closer to a match. And it doesn't look quite as bad as it did with a cut fender. So I still got to replace the bumper and all that stuff too. So we'll get there. Oh yeah, runs like a charm. So quiet. Only things we're waiting on now for this one is the passenger CV axle. We got the driver one over there. We haven't put it in yet. And yeah, got a little dent here, but it's all right. Yeah, man, this thing runs good. Oh yeah, we got a couple check engine lights. We got to fix two. O2 sensor and the crank position sensor. It's also a little raspy. But I'll do a video tomorrow on doing crank sensor bypass. I did OBD1, OBD2A previously. This video will be OBD2B. All right, so you can see now with the fender on, and I put the trim on the fender, how much better it already looks. I don't think the fender exactly matches, or maybe just the rest of the paint is stained from mud. But you can kind of see those dents in those doors now. Dent, dent, dent. Whatever. I may try to take the door panels off and see if I could pop some of those out just a little bit. I don't care for it to be perfect because, you know, I want to do some yee stuff with it too, have fun. But yeah, definitely got to replace the bumper. I don't think rubbing's going to be an issue or anything because, like I said, I'm using the lift and stuff off of that one, putting it on here, and should be pretty good. Let's see, hood's still filthy. I didn't wash that. Still got to replace this fender, so you can see how much better the other side looks than this side. And then you can see, I think the driver door is fairly straight, but the handle's broken and the mirror's broken. This door's got some dents. Got a little dent right there, and we might start trying to cut it. I don't know. I may tack that back, put some spray paint on it or something. Try to pull that dent back out. Put all this trim back on. Put this trim back on the other side, right here. Put the side skirt back on, and it's gonna look way better. Because I mean, even just doing that front fender looks a million times better. So if you're as hyped as I am for this build series on this CRV and keeping up with all these other CRVs I have here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Leave me a like, a comment below, and also maybe look for some sponsors for just random stuff for the CRV. So if you have a company and you produce any kind of components for the CRV and you'd like to see them on the channel, hit me up, and maybe we can work out some kind of sponsorship or something. You know, I'm not looking necessarily for something for free, but you know, if we can work out some kind of, you know, discount or something like that, let me know. I'd appreciate it. See you guys on the next one. Peace.